Greetings and salutations, figure freaks. What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, we are about to do another action figure review. This time around, it's going to be the retro carded G.I.Joe Classified Dr. Mindbender. Now we're coming around the back side of the box. We see the rest of the wave along with Dr. Mindbender. We have Rock and Roll and the Viper. We got a little readout here on the cutout card. He is the master of mind control. Dr. Mindbender was once an orthodontist who made the tragic mistake of experimenting on himself while tinkering with electric brainwave stimulation as a means of relieving dental pain. He underwent a complete personality change and became hateful, deceitful, and vain. His personal vision is now to bring the miracle of thought control to everyone. Oh, what a nice guy. He wants to share that with the world. So, wow, he was a dentist, huh? I always kind of thought, he'd be a little more, sinister in his backstory. I don't know, but so what, one day he was like, "Good job, little Jimmy. Your teeth look great. Do you want a lollipop?" And then, he experiments on himself, and the next day he's like, "You little bastard, you forgot to floss." And he, slaps him around or some shit, I don't know. Drills his teeth. But, and how the heck does a dentist get electrical stimulation equipment, huh? He stole that shit. He was always evil. The evil dentist. So there you got Dr. Mindbender in all his glory. Looks like some electrical weaponry. Maybe he's got some dental tools there. So he looks pretty cool. I don't know what's going on up here. With his little collar is kind of up over his bald head. He's got the monocle. Loving that. Of course, he's got the stand. So let's bust this guy open and see what Dr. Mindbender is all about. See how easily this guy comes off. I kind of want to hold on to the card back there, so we'll see about that. All right, so basically what I did is I just cut around this. So the card didn't sustain too much damage. I just wanted to salvage this cutout card on the back. It's all about nostalgia for me. If I can get anything just like it was in the 80s, I'm going to go after it. So I just got to cut around these little white dots, spotted lines here with my lefty scissors. And hopefully I don't screw it all up. And then I got this. Could probably use this for a little, maybe weapons cache, a little holder of whatever. I don't know. Maybe we'll just recycle it. And then here we have the figure, still in his plastic molding, with all his weaponry and accessories, all except for his stand. Black stand here with 2 foot pegs and the Cobra symbol. Nice black there. Get a nice close-up of Mindbender's face. He's got the monocle. Now, I'm very excited for this figure. I did get the earlier offering of it, that big set, but it was just so cool I didn't want to bust it open. So it's still in storage, for those of you that are wondering. But what's going on here? Yeah, I was hoping we'd get a smaller sized offering, or a smaller boxed offering of Dr. Mindbender, and we did with this. So, And it's, you know, I'm a little torn because it's like, I don't know, the carded version is so cool and so nostalgic and so nice to look at. It's like, do I really want to rip them out of there? But the answer to that is yes. Yes, I do. All right. We're getting all his guns out. Sun's out, guns out. Oh. All right, let's check this guy out. Should this shit go down? I don't know. Play around. All right, out of the packaging, and I gotta say, this is a very nice figure. I like this Dr. Mindbender. Kind of fixed the collar here. I just didn't want to block much of the Cobra symbol back here, but nice soft goods, kind of cape, trench coat, if you will. Very nice. I don't know, there's some kind of weird stuff going on here with the stitching, but I guess that's kind of what you get sometimes with the soft goods. I wouldn't call it sloppy. I would just say it's not perfect. The head, very nice looking. I love that monocle on his eye. He's got the curled up mustache. Probably twists it, you know, when he's thinking about stuff. Thinking about drilling little kids. I mean, drilling their teeth, sorry, just kidding. Yeah, like pretty nice articulation. I like the paint, it's solid. I like this holster here. How this buckle is down here on his thigh and this one's kind of up off the hip. I already slid the gun in there. Like these boots. You got buckles everywhere. He's kind of got the colonial style boots. The little silver over here up at the top next to the knee. He's kind of got the crotch armor. And then these kind of metal suspenders. These little wrist covers or gauntlets. He's got the black gloves. All pinless on the elbows and the knees. Let's do the articulation. Good head movement there. You got the ball joint at the top of the neck as well as at the top of the torso. So you got double neck articulation. Don't want that getting out of place there. You got the stomach crunch, which I guess is limited a bit. Oh my gosh, is it even moving? There we go. Oh, had to crack it. So be careful with those figures, guys. We do have the twist at the waist, but I think this prevents it from happening. Wow. Okay. So I don't know if this would actually eventually snap if you're going to try too hard. But that's something I don't really want to do. Shoulders up here. Twist all the way around. Raise them up about like that. Double jointed elbows. Pinless, of course. We got the pivot and twist at the wrist. And the pivot is this way for gun wielding. Does the splits about like that. You got the thigh cut, double jointed knee. Ooh. You got a cut at the boot as well as the pivot and tilt at the ankle. So pretty nice articulation. Nothing really holding him back. You got the drop downs for the legs. I like this figure. Now we'll check out the weaponry. Let's see here. Got these two things, and it just looks like he's gonna zap you with electricity here, or like, you know, like put this right up to your head and just scrambled egg that shit, you know. He's introducing the gift of mind control. This, I'm not really sure. Looks like it's gonna shoot out some goo. And then you got this canister, which looks like, I think you plug in. Oh, excuse me. You're gonna plug in this canister with this cord here. And then put the other end into one of these. I kind of like this one more. It just looks more dangerous. I don't even know if I like this gun. This looks crazy. This is like some injector shit. Like, this Dr. Mindbender is just a bad person. This is like some Bill Cosby shit here. He's got like this little tube or something. He's gonna put it right up to your neck, like Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get the fuck off of me! But I guess the real question is, where does this latch on to? Because he doesn't have a backpack. And, oh, easy. There's a hole right there in his belt. That'll plug in there, I guess. Weird. And then he'll hold on to that. We'll get this situated. All right, guys, just some, before we get into comparisons, just some final thoughts on this action figure here. And I like this figure a lot. It looks really cool. I like the shade of purple. The black and the purple together really pop. His weaponry is pretty cool. I really like this holster here, like, a lot. And I like his boots. He just looks super sharp to me. So I am giving this guy an 8. He's getting an 8 out of 10. I want to go a little bit higher, but I got to leave some room for other figures that just knock my socks off. But this is a pretty damn good figure, and I'm impressed. Just like Dr. Mindbender, and it totally has that vibe, you know. What a weird, strange, oddball of a character, but still looks really cool. I mean, he just looks super sinister. He's got all these things that a bad guy would have, like a curly mustache and the monocle and the weird cape with the fucking collar and, you know, weird knockout gas injection guns and mind-controlling electrical shotguns. You know, it's just, he's fucked up. So yeah, awesome figure. He's getting an 8. That means he's pretty great. Let's bring in some comparisons after this. When I say goodbye, I'll show some freeze frames of some poses, just messing around with them. But let's see here. What do we got for comparisons? We got a bunch of other G.I. Joes, starting with his buddy. We got Destro. And, of course, Destro and Mindbender were the ones going out looking for the DNA so that they could combine the DNA of all these bad leaders, tyrants, you might say, to make Serpentor. So these guys were in league with each other, running around behind Cobra Commander's back. I love this Destro figure. It is awesome. Hopefully we get another one someday where he's all pinless. But still, great looking figure nonetheless. He's looking a little short compared to Dr. Mindbender. Another bad guy. And my favorite of the Cobra Troopers, or the Cobra cohorts. Cobra cohorts. And that would be Major Blood. Super excited to get the new version of Major Blood. I think it's just a repaint of this guy. I think it's got the same robot arm, which I love. I love this robot arm. It's not all huge and bulky. It just looks kind of a little smaller, more sleek. It's not like a Colossus arm or a Winter Soldier arm. Love this figure though, but I'm super excited. I got 2 of the new Major Blood. I have still a new in box one stored away, the Cobra Island version. I think I bought like 4 of those when they first came out of the Major Blood. Sorry, I keep knocking my phone around. And I sold a bunch of them off, but he's one guy that I'm always going to keep mint in box, mint on card. So if they ever come out with a retro, which I hope they do, speaking of which, yeah, I'll probably have to get 2 of those too. And here we got the Cobra Trooper. Of course, he's got that stand down here, just like Mindbender. So he was part of the retro carded wave. Let's bring in some good guys. If we got Dr. Mindbender, I guess we have to bring in a doctor for G.I. Joe. No lifeline yet, but I'm sure we'll get it. But what we do get is Doc. Doc will never agree with Dr. Mindbender's assessment of any medical situation. I'm sure they're going to disagree on everything. And finally, I thought I'd bring out good old Falcon with the head swap from the new 2-pack. Looking damper, looking handsome, not looking like a goddamn puppet from Team America. Fuck yeah. So, good improvement. So, yeah, he's getting an 8. I like the figure a lot, and I've been very happy with a lot of the figures from G.I. Joe Classified in the last few months, I guess. Leatherneck's still on my top 10 list. I don't even think I've gotten to like 4 or 5 G.I. Joes on my top 10 list, but Leatherneck is on there. I hope that Dial Tone shows up soon. Waiting on him. Gosh, what else? The Halo Diver, the Saw Viper, Zartan's brother, Xandar. All those figures are solid. So G.I. Joe's thriving. I just wish I could get my hands on them more often, because it seems like, I got like 3 waves pre-ordered, I think now. At least 3 waves, and I haven't heard jack shit until getting Mindbender and Rock and Roll, the retro carded figures. sent to me this week. So hopefully they keep coming. We're supposed to be getting a lot of stuff this summer. Speaking of a lot of stuff, wondering if you guys saw the Hasbro Pulse live stream for Yo-Jo June. It was on the 4th, 2 days ago. Apparently we're getting a new update every week of June, which is pretty cool. Considering we got a lot for this first week. Give you something to kind of stare at here. Like, if every week is like that, if we get 3 more weeks of that shit, of like 9, like whatever they did, 2 or 3 render reviews, verbal hints, gosh, what else? Verbal reveals, I should say, and then the render reveals, and then they had some pre-orders up. So it was a pretty good showing, I would say, for that live stream. Lenny said, you know, it was going to be a smorgasbord every week. So I'm not sure what that means. Emily got kind of excited because I think she thought Lenny was talking about food. Oh, gosh, I'm so bad. Sorry. Just kidding. They're talking about the Cold Slither set. Now, that's going to be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. God damn it. I didn't know that. It's kind of bad that they showed it off first and then said it's going to be San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I guess I should have guessed that. But they basically said you guys can get the leftovers. So if there's anything left, they'll go up on Pulse. So that's going to be a rat race to try to get that. You're going to have to time, when exactly does the Comic-Con end, and when can I order these? So hopefully they give us a heads up, and hopefully there's enough to go around. Let's hope. Fingers crossed on that one. I feel like they're going to sell out. So, but moving on, they did have some verbal reveals. The Steel Core Sentry with defense posts. So going back to that old school, the little mini play sets, I think that's what they're referring to. Super happy that we're getting more of those. We're waiting on that one. Can't remember. It's got a viper of some sort. It's like a cobra, little watchtower booth. Can't remember what the technical name is for it, but pretty excited about that. The other verbal reveal was Desert Scorpion with Pet Scorpion. And I remember this guy. He's sort of a ninja looking dude. He almost looks like somewhat like a night creeper. That's what I got from it. It's like it looked like he belonged in the desert though. And of course he had like the giant scorpion, so that'll be pretty neat. The render reveals we got was the Awe Striker, which is a sand buggy. We saw it before, but they made some updates to it. I'm just wondering with that driver, I think it's, who the heck was it? I can't remember who the driver is, but I'm sure it's going to be $100 for that one. So it should be the same as like the Jeeps. Then we got a render reveal of the Legacy Police Officer. He had the trench coat, SWAT helmet, riot shield. Looked pretty awesome. I'm loving these Legacy figures. We've only gotten the one so far. Or we've seen one with the firefighter. That pre-order dropped months ago. So we're waiting on that. So I'm super excited for the police officer's version. And then we got the Renegades, which was Sergeant Slaughter and Mercer. I thought it was cool they had a head of Sergeant Slaughter, a swappable head where he has the whistle in his mouth. Looks like they're getting weapons galore, but people were kind of complaining that Mercer was maybe a little small. Compared to Sergeant Slaughter, I think most people are going to be small, except for perhaps what's his name? Frickin' Serpentor and Lethal Enforcer. So, yeah, we'll see. But, yeah, I always thought Mercer was kind of a bigger guy. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then they had some pre-orders. They had the Slice and Dice Ninja Force 2-pack. Dice looks really awesome. I think he's the one in the red. I think they both look incredible, but I'm really into Dice. I'm super pumped about the, what is it? It's like the conical hat, the rice patty hat. You know, it's like the Storms in Big Trouble in Little China. They had those hats. They looked fucking badass. So I'm gonna display at least one of them, and I think it's gonna be Dice, the guy in red. That's how I'm gonna display them. But we'll see. Both of them look great. It was a Pulse Premium, so you had to wait an hour if you're just a regular Hasbro Pulse member. They also had Budo in a deluxe set. Looked like many accessories. The clothes are many. The clothes are removable. It's a must-have for me. Gotta have it. And then finally, they had the MMS missile launcher and Hawk, a younger version of Hawk. I'm thinking that's probably going to be, what is it, $70? Yeah, I think it was $70, something like that. So yeah, pretty excited. And then they had a little like post-credit reveal secret thing with Emily. Pretty sneaky there, Emily. She said that the HasLab will be announced before the end of Yojo June, so we're gonna know what it is. It'll probably be the final episode at the last week, that last Tuesday in June. I think these things are gonna be going every Tuesday in June. She said a few things that were kind of hints to what it might be. She said it's chill, and there was a Stay Frosty. I don't know if that's a reference to Call of Duty, but a lot of people are speculating that is the Snowcats. So that would be neat. Hopefully we're not going to get any fucking patches with the Snowcat, and we just get like 3 figures, maybe 4 figures, but Iceberg, Frostbite, maybe a repaint, a Snow Job. I don't know. Who else is there? I'm sure there's one more winter guy. Or maybe people were also speculating getting like Quick Kick and Duke and Scarlet in their winter gear. So basically what they usually wear, but with a coat and a hood. So that's all I got for G.I. Joes. Super excited for all these reveals coming up in June. How are you guys feeling about the ones that we saw in week 1? What are you guys expecting? Any anticipating? Any predictions? Let me know in the comments down below. Once again, Dr. Mindbender here, about to blow away Falcon. Looking super awesome. He gets an 8. I like the figure a lot. Can't wait to display him. Looking dope. Love it. So, guys, once again, I appreciate you all watching. You keep watching, and I'll keep making them. Please like, subscribe, and always leave a comment. I will always hit you back. Yeah, Yojo. Guys, take it easy. We'll catch you on the next one. It's going to either be the Rock and Roll or the Maximum Hulk, which I just got today. So, we'll see you soon, guys. Stay tuned. And peace out!
And brush your teeth, motherfucker!